go to the boiler room. Or the elevator. No.
It's marbled beef for a floor on the elevator.
Yeah, it's the latest thing. The Carpaccio style of decoration. Which I think is a kind of meat.
Sure, capsaicin or whatever.
No, that's the chemical that makes peppers hot.
Right, well, that was a great third floor experience. We'll tell friends.
4 stars on Yelp. Would be 5, but metalwork was rusty.
Now we're here. Oh good, we're in the middle of some more dark areas.
Hey, darkness. My old friend. Etc.
Imprisoning me, all that I see, etc. Oh, video, we can go play that video.
I bet that's just what we'll do.
That's exciting.
Woo, video! Resident Evil 7 has a lot of videotapes in it, and they're, like, playable video sequences, which I think is cool. I think they do it really well.
Start profiling.
Yeah. Why?
Cheryl?
I've heard worse. I probably created worse.
Alright, I'll give it a heart on SoundCloud, but that's it.
Hard on SoundCloud. The specialized section of the site?
Heart.
Oh.
Do you not know of the heart, Scix?
It's a pun that works pretty much only in Maine, but we do a similar thing with hat on. Got a hat on.
Yep.
That was not successful.
Yep.
You're not gonna get there. It's, yeah, I mean, Mainers are pretty picky on that. Hey, it's a nurse who's not trying to kill us.
I'm from the opening credits, too. How are you?
She's got an armband on. I never noticed.
Let's make sexy times now. Well, this is because the Japanese and the Nazis. Oh, there was a little bit of a come-on smile there. What the hell?
Finally, someone else who's okay.
Cheryl?
Says he's okay.
Who are you?
My name's Lisa.
We didn't even check him for a leech on his back.
Harry Mason.
I like Lisa too. I think she's a good character throughout the game series.
Here. Where is everybody?
They're with
I must have
Cheryl?
gotten knocked out. When I came to,
We were all
everyone was
knocked
gone.
out.
It's awful.
And knocked up.
So you don't know anything either. Great.
Hey, way to make that sound insulting
I just
there,
don't get
douchebag.
If you're not Cheryl,
It's
who
like
is?
this is all some kind of bad dream.
Maybe I'm Cheryl.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little
was
Cheryl
Cheryl.
in all of us.
Let
Well,
me ask
after
you,
dinner,
Have you
yes.
seen a little girl around here?
Goes by the name of
Short,
Cheryl.
black hair, 7 years old.
A 7-year-old girl. What, she's your daughter?
No.
No.
Yes.
A 7-year-old girl.
Oh, now they hyphenate 7-year-old.
I can't say that I have. I was unconscious all this time.
And why did you think so hard?
I'm
Hey, maybe we should get out of the way of the fucking
It's all
bells
right.
here.
Do you know anything about all that weird stuff in the basement?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank goodness.
Why?
The
Is there
bells went
something
away.
down there?
You don't know?
Subconsciously,
Don't
I
you
counted
work
the
here?
peels.
We're under strict orders never to
Jordan
enter the
Peele?
basement storeroom.
No.
Lemon peel?
So I really don't know. What did you say was down there?
Oh, if only I could do a third
Well,
one for comedic
it's-
purposes. Damn.
Is that a lizard?
Damn,
Lizard
Shot him
peel?
in the head.
my head.
What's wrong?
No, it's gonna be a scanner's moment.
Harry,
Thought you said he was
let me
okay.
help you. Harry?
Cheryl.
Was I dreaming?
You were too late.
Oh no, it's that old bat.
It's you.
I just think there's some interesting characters in this game.
Yes,
They may not get enough
Gillespie.
screen time, but I think there's some really interesting characters.
Tell me everything you know.
Are we?
What's going on?
Did we just time jump? What the hell?
Darkness.
Imprisoning me.
The town
All
is
that I
being
see.
devoured by darkness.
Absolute horror.
Strength must overcome petty desire, childish sleep talk. I knew this day would come.
What are you talking about? I don't understand a word of this.
Why
Fact, I
aren't you
speak
Cheryl?
Japanese.
Believe the evidence of your eyes.
I believe it's
The
dark and you're a
Argent
lunatic.
Town, that is your destination.
I like that she just pops up now and then to tell
This
us where
is
to go.
beyond my abilities. Only
Wouldn't that be nice in life? Here, have this glowing broccoli.
Have you not
Have a
seen the
lollipop.
crest marked on the ground all over town?
Marcus Amiel?
So that's what I saw in the schoolyard.
With Julio.
What does it mean?
Yeah.
It is the mark of Samael.
Not Sam
Don't
I am.
let it be completed.
Samael, in the same
Hey,
sort
wait.
of naming format as Michael and Ezekiel. So, like, the ending L is of God.
Much like my name, yeah.
Samael, you sort of have to force it a little bit, but it means poisoner of God. I work at the local VA hospital, and recently discovered some old, outdated pamphlets that included a map of the building. I did, in fact, never been in a building that had a map.
Yeah. That's, man, like, when Act 3 of the horror movie that takes place there happens, you will have that knowledge of where to go to for that.
A horror movie has taken place. Well, not entirely, but The Stand. There was some footage in The Stand from this hospital.
But that's like, you know, Ghostbusters or whatever. Like, all those sorts of great movies where having a map of the layout of the building
Sure.
is very important.
Why, this is laid out like the Egyptian character for Dead Rising.
What the hell is that noise?
That's the ambulance.
Whoa, that's really, really unnerving.
It'll fade out eventually, but yeah, it's.
I want a movie about the satanic architect who's like trying desperately to lay his creations out to look like really obscure things, you know, like the Egyptian. Oh my god, that fucking noise, man! This is wow. My headache is not being done any favors.
It encourages you to play direct to the plot right now. Because it is still open town, but it's kind of encouraging you to just go directly where you're going.
Or, you know, kill everyone in the house. Either way.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I want him like an architect who is desperately trying. So, like, all my humor is rendered useless because of. Okay, is it gonna be quiet in here? Oh, thank God. An architect who's like, he's got like one building that's designed like the Coptic words for, or the Coptic symbol for Beelzebub and, all these other things, and his boss is just like, it's just not gonna fly. I need something that's like kind of Greco-Roman but modern,
Yeah. Or contrary-wise, someone who's trying to do someone just out of architecture school, who's trying to make something nice and modern and interesting, and the boss is like, well, yeah, but you've got to embed this
glad you're
symbol in
okay.
here. You've got to shape this like the Eye of Sauron.
Things are worse than I thought. It's nuts.
It's nuts, man.
What are you doing here? I thought you left town.
I saw you go in here, so
Also,
I followed
another
you.
moment with Harry where
I couldn't get out.
he's looking at a thing that's
All the
not
roads
that
out of
weird
town
compared
are
to
blocked.
everything else, and he says, "What's this?"
Cars completely stopped
Like,
running.
what's this about a hole in the wall? Like,
Phones
well,
and
why did
radios
you
are still
push the
out,
fucking
too.
chest of drawers
What
aside?
about my daughter?
You didn't think
Did you
there-
see her?
Yeah.
Did you see Cheryl?
I did see a girl.
Was it
Cheryl?
I
Jason!
only caught a glimpse of her through the fog. I went after her, but she
Oof.
vanished. I don't know about your daughter, but
I don't know about your daughter,
And
but
you
either.
just let her go? Where was it?
on Bachman Road, she was heading towards the lake. Now,
That's
don't get
a
excited.
that's a thing that's never gonna catch on.
It wasn't like
Ooh,
she
she
ran
got a
off
nice
exactly.
daughter butt on her.
There was no place for her to go. The road has been obliterated.
Obliterated? That costs 8 red mana.
So then Cheryl...
Harry does
was
get
like she
pulled
was
forward by the
walking
nose
in the air.
a lot in this game. Like, oh, go to the church, go to the hospital, go to the
What about
doghouse, go
Anything?
to the antique
Sure.
store, go
Yeah.
down the
I met
road.
this bizarre woman.
Did you see
Her name's
her
Dahlia
ghost
Gillespie.
in the
You know
fog?
her?
Dahlia
I
Gillespie.
can't do the screaming. It's a
No.
little call out to Cradle of Filth there for all
And?
the like hundreds of Cradle of Filth
She said
fans
something
listening.
about
As
the
someone
town
wearing
being
headphones and
devoured by
listening, I
darkness.
appreciate your not trying this. Week.
Gibberish like that. Any idea what it means?
Darkness.
Darkness must come.
Must be on drugs.
Sounds sexy. Must be on
They sell
drugs.
'em
Oh
to
my
the
god.
tourists.
Hey.
They
The
sell
force
drugs to
they
the
can't figure out who's
tourists?
behind it.
Yes.
None of our leads have panned out.
Yeah,
The
you don't
investigation
see
is
much the
stalled.
evil of drugs plot lines anymore.
What could drug
this
trafficking
was
have to do with all this?
Still getting some echoes from the whole 80s war on drugs bullshit.
I really don't know. But maybe that's the darkness she was talking
All our
about.
leads have led to nothing. Like, all our leads
can
on
think
why
of.
the town is a horror ghost show just seem to be evaporating.
If it doesn't go anywhere, is it still a lead?
What's this?
What's this she asked as
Just
well? It's a
discovered
fucking hole in the wall!
Maybe there's something back there.
You seen?
Let's have a look.
Say
Maybe there's
something
not
macho,
something
Harry.
back there. Maybe it's just
We don't know
absolutely
what's back
pointless, like nothing, you
Better
know, like
check it out
like
first.
it just leads to
I'm a cop.
antimatter.
I should go.
No.
You stay
I'm
here,
going.
police officer. I, the man, will go in.
I'll cover
Well,
you from here.
what are you gonna cover with? You gave us your gun.
Careful.
I'm assuming she had another one.
If anything looks fishy,
Anything looks
that's
fishy.
on the
What is
double.
this, Innsmouth?
Okay. Sybil,
Yeah.
do you know anything about,
Having two faces.
Plastic.
well, like some other world? It's like some kind of bad dream.
What are you talking about?
What's this?
And the
I'm
other
not
world
quite
thing
sure.
was a little less known back then,
I
too.
try to make sense of
It's
it.
kind of
but
everywhere
then my
now.
mind goes blank. Everything's dark
I-
there. And
I
hear
don't know. I
sirens
think
in the distance.
Darkseid had been out at this point.
I
H.R.
met this
Giger's
nurse,
Darkseid. And,
Lisa.
you know, Tales from the Dark
It's
Side
like
with that
I was
awesome
there,
intro that used to scare the
but not
shit out of
really.
me.
It's all a blur, like some kind of hallucination, you know?
I think it's one of those things
I
where
have no idea what you're talking about, Harry.
if you know about thing, like, you know, if you're into this
I was
stuff,
just
it seems
wondering.
obvious.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It was.
I was just wondering if you knew about the dark side. Whatevs.
You're
So,
tired.
I mean, I know by this time any alternate world
maybe.
stuff I was aware of was all sci-fi rather than horror.
You almost said I was a werewolf, which would have been a much more interesting sentence.
I was actually watching the MST 3K of I Was a Teenage Werewolf this afternoon.
Yeah.
With a young Michael Landon not acting.
Yeah. I remember that being brought up in Stephen King's
What's
It.
this?
It
Some
talked about
kind
him
of
having a
altar.
DA haircut, and I had to look
Never
that
seen
up.
Duck's
anything
ass,
like
right?
this before.
Yeah.
Maybe this
Oh,
is the
our
other
apartment has a
church.
mouse and he's in the bedroom with me.
Hello, mouse.
Hello, mouse. I know not to give you a cookie.
Maybe it's Squeak. Is that like Manos the Hands of Fate in the picture there? Speaking of
I
Misty?
don't know. Maybe. A little. You excited for the revival?
Tempered excitement. I mean, in theory,
What the-
yes, but I don't know. I fear that maybe its time has come and gone. You know?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. In like
Harry?
like a week or some shit.
Right.
Are you okay?
I like
Probably already it will be out by the time you're watching this.
Felicia Day a lot, and she seems to pick good projects to be part of.
Harry.
Who would turn down MST3K? Honestly, I certainly wouldn't.
Nah. I'll admit, I'm excited about everybody except the main guy, but I haven't really had a chance to see him in action yet, so I'm willing to be surprised.
He's kind of supposed to be a nobody, isn't he?
Harry.
I mean,
well, I thought he was, like, well-known in, like, geek circles or whatever.
oh well.
You were having
maybe.
a bad dream.
But I just, I looked up some of his stuff, and he did not really
Are you okay?
impress me. But,
I'm fine.
you know, like, I watched the people playing the robots. I found some of their stand-up and watched them, and I enjoyed what I saw, so...
Lisa, do you know a woman named
And
Dahlia
I know
Gillespie?
the character actors. I'm not
Oh,
sure
yeah.
how many of them are also writers.
She's kind of famous around here.
Yeah, I did know
Never
at one
seen
point.
her,
Now I
so
don't know
know
all.
that much about her. But I heard her kid died
I
in a
like the
fire,
character
and
of Lisa.
supposedly
She
she's been
seems
crazy
kind of
ever
bland at the
since.
moment, but throughout the
Well,
series she
said
becomes more
the town
developed.
is being devoured by the
Or throughout this
darkness.
game she becomes a bit more developed too.
Do you have any idea what she's talking about?
So, like, she gets up to a D cup?
Ha.
Darkness.
Ha.
Yes, I think I do.
And she's got the sort of sweater shrug thing, so you can make sure she's not mistaken for one of the bad nurses.
Everybody followed some kind
Hey,
of
now.
queer religion.
Ahem.
Weird occult stuff. Black
You know, the connection between
thing.
queer or homosexuality and black magic was a big part of the rhetoric of the 80s.
Evidently, things like that used to happen around here
Like it
all
was
the time.
we were satanic
So there really
and
wasn't any
converting
mess
people to
out
the
here.
occult, among other
Everyone was
things.
so flipped out. Gotta blame it on
Well, it was
Satan.
all like, you're gonna go to these parties and take drugs and worship Satan and, you know, suck cock or whatever, right? I mean, it was just
Ooh,
like...
I want to go to that party.
Last
I-
time I heard anything about it was,
It's like,
gosh,
you know, that versus, like, some of the church socials I had to go to, I'm like,
Did you ever have lock-ins at your church?
curse.
no.
Are you aware of of what a lock-in is?
I'll shut up.
I vaguely remember it, yeah, like, I heard about people doing
Essentially
this.
a youth sleepover where they literally lock you in and you can't leave.
Was that
Sounds like a
what you
fire
did?
hazard to me.
Sounds like a fire hazard or
Did I
a
pass
way
out
for
again?
the youth pastor to get some.
Ugh. I did have something, and I can't remember what they're called, but a friend of mine was Catholic, and it was a men-only thing, and it took place in the basement until very late, and they had all sorts of, like, weird meat to eat, and we played board games. Like, it was very odd, but...
That's essentially what a lock-in is like.
Oh man, looking at that like whole town map, it feels so liberating now. Alright, Harry, we're dreaming of nurses. I've had those dreams too. It's alright. Everybody keeps talking about the town being devoured by darkness, which, considering it's covered in fog and you can't see more than like 5 feet at a time, doesn't seem that different, I guess.
This is a bit more extreme, where everything is now metal mesh suspended over void. Those are patient demons, I believe they're called.
Oh, so they'll wait for you for a while?
So I've been watching old Match Game, and the sarcastic laugh is a big thing there. That was my choice.
Well, I thought you were gonna go for a joke there, huh?
I think you might be thinking of Paul Lynde.
No, I'm just really bad at Charles Nelson Riley impersonation.
Well, he wasn't real good at it.
Ha-ha! I actually did not know who Paul Lynde was until recently. A reference to Paul Lynde shows up in our my riff with Kelly on a Voyager riff, and I had to secretly sneak looking up who the hell that was because I was like, oh my god, this...
Center square, man. The game shows were full of stars who were really only famous for being game show contestants.
Yeah, I used to watch that too. I'm surprised I didn't know Paul Lynde from that. Start profiling. I have no idea what's going on here.
That's
Cheryl.
These are evil, weird, demonic symbols.
Or maps.
Or both.
Happy Hanukkah.
I believe these are actually out of classic Dr. D demonology. And they have names which we actually see later. There are doors marked with the symbols. You don't have to memorize them, thankfully.
So like symbols for Baal and all that sort of stuff.
But they're ones you haven't heard of, like
Baphomet.
Ophiel and... I don't know. Probably ones that have shown up in Supernatural by now.
Probably ones that have a metal band from Sweden named after them by now.
It's really difficult to read font. So this is sort of a little two-story mall thing.
Alright. Come to the Silent Hill Shopping Center.
I just...
Tick, tick,
Yeah,
tick,
the
tick.
footsteps are kind of a weak point of the sound design, but I was just going to say I really like the sound design in this game. And the whole series, really. It's one thing the second movie did not do well. I mean, it includes almost everything except casting the protagonist was poorly done. But, you know, losing the sound design, the Akira Yamaoka sound design is a big loss. Survived it. Ba-ding.